You're watching Leap Magazine. We're on day 2 in Tallahassee, and with me, once again, I've got Deilor. Welcome.
Hello.
So far, you're actually doing all right, and we are rooting for you because we did travel all this way to see it. And out of all these matches, I'm actually thinking most of these are actually going the way we pretty much expect. The Asian teams are difficult as all hell. But you did manage to pull a quick one on TSM, and I do want to talk a bit about that game. Looking at the picks and bans and looking at what they did, it looked as though they thought they could shut down Huni by just taking everything that would suit him, with Nar and everything. And it's as though they walked into some kind of trap where they took a lot of champions to deny them to you, but didn't know what to do with them. What's your take on that?
They ban 3 top laners, we ban 3 top laners, and we really expect them to play Nar. Okay, and yeah, it was kind of a trap, but it's the reason they lost. It's not really that they fall into the trap of playing Nar into Cassiopeia. It's just that how they manage the jungle pressure and how we did was completely different. So we snowballed really hard of killing the top lane and pressuring them up, and their jungler was just not in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, I was about to say, because looking at the match, your Gragas was all over. The first kill was Gragas, the second kill was Gragas, the third kill was a roaming Nautilus from bot that they did not react to at all. They were just kind of ignoring the fact that he was missing as he ran up and killed them, and meanwhile their Rek'Sai was nowhere to be seen. After that, did you just feel confident to pretty much completely stomp all over them, or did you were you trying to play it safe, or did you just go for it?
I wouldn't say that we were trying to play safe, but at the same time, I wouldn't say that we were trying to stomp them. We're trying to play our best in every spot. Maybe it sounds obvious, but the thing is, in these games, I think TSM is not really used to this level of aggression. Okay, and maybe from the outside, from NA or other regions, they think that Europe is weak in the sense that in the final we had really messy games. In the semifinals we had messy games, but at the same time we play against a level of aggression way more similar to these styles. Okay, and I'm not completely sure, but I feel like TSM is not used to this. So what I was talking about, the jungle path, and how I was pressuring them up, and the roaming you just said, that they don't punish any of this stuff, so you can get through with it.
The kind of the impression we got. After that, the AHQ fight went pretty much opposite. There were a few bad engages, and it seemed like the snowball, once it had started, was pretty hard to deal with. But despite that, despite the HQ and even Edge, you weren't doing bad. You just got caught out at a really unfortunate time, and that kind of snowballed. But then we look at STK, and everybody's expecting these people to SKT. Sorry, everybody's expecting these guys to take everything. But you really, so far, you're the only team to really give them a fight for their money. Until from our spectating point of view, it looked like a bug going over the wall with Sejuani there. But until that, it was anybody's game. But you really had it. What happened?
Okay, the question is what happened in the SKT game, or
SKT game.
Okay, yeah, there was a bug as you saw, but we had that game. We were ahead, and that was like a momentum shift moment. Okay, but we didn't really lose because of this. Of course, it was important, but during the game we did a ton of mistakes, like positional errors, focus errors, engaging when we shouldn't, engaging the people we shouldn't, instead of being patient, and so. Yeah, we could have won that game. In fact, until that bug, we were ahead and we were doing fine, but it happened.
Looking at the game from our side, after the bug happened, they managed to score 2 kills, pushing you away from the Baron, which gave them their first Baron. And until then, you'd pretty much pushed in all their lanes, but the minions, now everything, they managed to push 2 of them back and keep you in the base. And it kind of looked like that some of the players lost their cool. There was an engage by Nautilus at a turret instead of a player. And so far, all the engages had been meticulously well planned, but it looked like there was a lot of stress going on. Were you a bit stressed going into this fight, maybe? Because it is who they are. Were you fearing them more than you should, maybe?
You mean the fight that the bug happened?
No, the entire game, because you carried it really well, but that one push from the Baron all of a sudden kind of seemed to throw people off. It was like they were a bit more nervous than they ought to be, maybe.
Okay, I know for sure that when the bug happened, this get into the mind of the players because it already happened in Europe. We already experienced like really important bugs like this one. And what happens is that normally when the bug happens, players are not completely sure what has happened because you're in the middle of the team fight, so you're watching a lot of stuff and you're not completely sure. So even when the bug happens, they're like, okay, what happened? Like, what are we doing? So yeah, this gets mentally how focused you're in the game. This like throws you off mentally. So in that sense, after that point, yeah, we started playing worse because mentally we were not at the same level. We were not as focused. Okay.
Okay, and obviously that does happen. But looking at it now, you are in the semi-finals. Everything looks clear. There is a chance that you will be fighting them again. So I mean, do you reckon you're prepared for it this time? Because I mean, obviously, like you said, you're the only team so far that's actually been able to play up to that level of aggression. Knowing what you're getting into this time, do you feel that you're somehow? I feel like you're kind of prepared for it. Can you do it again?
Yes. Like,
and I'm obviously not going to let you get away with yes.
yeah, okay. We've screamed against them. Like, it's the team that we've screamed the most, and we've been doing like pretty fine. At the same time, like the scream result doesn't mean that we are going to like 3-0 them or whatever. Okay. Obviously, they are like really experienced. They've been together a lot of time. They have like a good coach, so they're going to adapt from the information that they got in scrims. But at the same time, we've got this information in scrims, so we can adapt too. Okay. So I think that we've got a really big chance of winning against them. We just need to don't make the silly mistakes that anti-snowball against us.
Thank you very much for joining us. Always a pleasure. And for the rest of you, for more on the MSI Invitationals, stay tuned to LeapMag.com.